Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by Master Sergeant Kevin Benier and the United States Marine Band.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
What a fantastic voice. Wow. Thank you very much. Welcome, everyone. The rain stopped just as we came out. I don't know what that means, but it's not bad. And happy 4th of July. Great honor to have you with us. Melania and I truly appreciate and celebrate America's independence with those who courageously defend our country, the men, women, and families of the United States military. It is because of you that well over 300 million American citizens can live in freedom. There is one military family here today I am especially excited to recognize: our great Vice President, Mike Pence, and our second lady, never heard that term before, but that's what they say. And she is some lady, that I can tell you. Of the United States, Karen Pence, are here along with their son, Marine First Lieutenant Michael Pence. Where is Michael? Great. It's great, Michael. Michael, not only are your parents proud of you, not only am I proud of you, but America, Michael, is very proud of you. Thank you. And America is proud of all of the brave men and women who serve in every branch of our great military. We have outstanding representatives of each service, each branch. They're with us today. We have Army, we have Navy, we have Air Force. We have Marines. We have Coast Guard. We love our Coast Guard. Representing the United States Army is Captain Jean Guan. She served 14 years, and today she is company commander in support of Old Guard, where she oversees the 120 soldiers who protect the tomb of the unknown soldier. It's beautiful. Captain Guan is joined today by her husband, Captain James Falwell. Thank you both for your service, and thank you to every soldier here with us today and serving our nation and serving us all around the world. You are truly the Army of the free. From the Marines, we have Marine Sergeant Yannick Tumokunde. He's with Marine Helicopter Squadron 1, an outfit I've come to know and admire very much since arriving at the White House. Sergeant Tumokunde is senior technician and is the sole chief martial arts instructor and trainer for the entire squadron. Thank you, and thank you for being here. A claim to a very special title. You are a United States Marine. That is a special title. Thank you, Sergeant. From the Navy, we have Lieutenant Commander Allison Mabry, a Navy oceanographer. Her leadership has improved the atmosphere, and really what she's done is so incredible, having to do with sensing, modeling, and predicting the electromagnetic warfare capabilities of various countries that hopefully we won't be thinking about too much. But she's there, and she's got the information like nobody has. We thank Allison and her husband, Lieutenant Commander Michael Mabry, here with their children, Emma, Lily, and Amelia. Our incredible sailors embody the Navy credo, not for self, but for country. Thank you. From the Air Force, we have Technical Sergeant Ralph Bunnell. Sergeant Bunnell is responsible for leading 50 security forces personnel that protect the President, the Vice President, and visiting foreign heads of state. A big job, a very important job. We want to thank you to Ralph and to your wife, Patricia. And thank you to every member of the Air Force who gives our nation total superiority in the air, striking fear into the hearts of our enemies and inspiring hope in the hearts of our friends all around the world. Finally, representing the Coast Guard, we have Petty Officer First Class Tony Franklin. Tony is a gunner's mate and is directly responsible for the armament of 17 units. He has led countless gunnery and pyrotechnic demonstrations, so I don't think the fireworks are going to impress him very much, but I will tell you they're going to impress you. Thank you, Tony. I want to thank everyone on the Coast Guard. I was at the Coast Guard Academy this year, gave the commencement address, and it was an amazing, incredible group of people and a really great day. Thank you, Tony, very much. Each of you here today represents that rare combination of patriotism, virtue, and courage that our citizens have always, and I mean always, admired, and that our enemies have always feared. At this moment, your brothers and sisters in arms are posted around the globe, fighting our enemies and standing watch to protect our nation. They're fighting for us. We are thanking them, praying for them, and saluting them for their selfless sacrifice. There could be no greater privilege than to serve as your Commander-in-Chief. I pledge my unwavering support for you, for your families, and your missions. I will always have you back. I will always, under all circumstances, you'll be coming back here, and I will always have your back. And I want to just tell you that our country is doing really, really well. No matter where you look, the economy is blazing, and on every front we're doing well. And we do have challenges, but we will handle those challenges, believe me. You're part of a new and a truly great generation. 2 days ago, I spoke with Lieutenant Colonel Dick Cole, who served as the co-pilot of the lead B-25 bomber pilot and piloted by Lieutenant Colonel Jimmy Doolittle during the daring 1942 raid after the attack on Pearl Harbor. Lieutenant Colonel Cole and the rest of the Doolittle Raiders launched their aircraft into the sky, knowing that they would not have enough fuel to return to friendly territory. That's not a good feeling. That's a lot of courage. Our servicemen and women are preserving the legacy of courage and selfless service that they inherited from Lieutenant Colonel Dick Cole and so many others. May God bless you all. May God bless our military. May God bless forever the United States of America. Thank you very much for being here. Happy 4th of July. Thank you very much. Thank you. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Thank you very much.
President Trump hosting military families there at the White House ahead of the fireworks, telling them that he will always have their backs. I want to bring back Congressman Tom Suozzi now. He is a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, so you're also a member of the Armed Services Committee. So in that light, as you look at this event and you hear the president's message to military families, what's your reaction?
Well, you know, the president has done a great job giving a very simple, straightforward message throughout his campaign and now as president that he supports our military. And I think that that is not a partisan thing. That's not Democratic or Republican. And we need to always make clear in a bipartisan way that we need to support our men and women in uniform.
As you look forward on this holiday and you look at some of certainly the concerns, and we have these added challenges, even just when you think about what's going on with North Korea today and in Syria and all of these pressing foreign policy issues. Is there a different message or a more reassurance to military families that you'd like to give, or that you think government officials should be giving?
I think that when it comes to the military and when it comes to veterans and when it comes to every single issue in this country, everybody's sick and tired of the politics. These are life and death issues. People putting their life on the line, whether it's Afghanistan and terrorism, or North Korea and Russia, or it's here at home with healthcare and jobs. These are life and death issues for people, and we need to stop politics from being so small and so petty. And on this 4th of July, we need to really raise it up a notch and take our jobs seriously, try to work together across party lines to try and actually solve these problems and make people's lives better.
I also want to go back to some of what we were talking about, some of these foreign policy challenges, and just in light of, on July 4th, North Korea launching what appears to be this intercontinental ballistic missile. You now have the U.S. ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, requesting a UN Security Council meeting to deal with the issue. What are you hoping comes of that?
Well, you know, North Korea, I don't believe, would have acted without having actually discussed it with the Russians and the Chinese. And, you know, they're acting in a very concerted fashion. And we need to recognize that in this global world that we live in today, it's essential that we are continuing to build friendships with more allies of ours and demonstrate the solidity of our relationship with our allies.
But can I ask you real quick, just because
you
think they discussed it with, you think North Korea discussed it with the Chinese and the Russians, so do you have reason to believe, I mean, do you have reason to believe, other than assuming that would happen, that there was coordination between North Korea and Russia and or China?
I have no specific information. I just don't believe that North Korea would act on its own in such a serious way with the G20 summit coming up. And it just so happens that we're going to have this bilateral negotiation with the Russians now. I mean, this is, you know, the 4th of July, G20, America and Russia. I mean, it's a little too convenient. So we have to recognize that we have to build relationships with our allies. That's why it's so important that the president demonstrate his commitment to our NATO alliances. I can understand why he wants to get more money from the different NATO members for them to participate more in carrying their weight and paying the bills, but he's got to demonstrate clearly our solid relationship with our NATO allies, more than he's done so up until this point. And he needs to lay out a strategy. I mean, think of all the complex things that are going on now between terrorism, between Syria, between Iran, between Russia, what's going on with Qatar and Yemen. I mean, there's so many, the famines in Africa. Think of all the different moving pieces that are going on in the international chessboard right now. America has to make sure that we are making more friends and trying to reduce our enemies. So this is what the president needs to do, I think, a clearer job of articulating how he's going to foster those relationships.
All right. Congressman Tom Suozzi, we do appreciate your time on this 4th of July. A happy holiday to you, sir.
Thank you. Same to you, Brianna.
And we have a lot more coming up with that request from the U.S. for a UN Security Council meeting following what is really an unprecedented missile launch by North Korea. We're back in just a moment.